Hello. Been a minute since I put a video up. Today I'm going to be installing my tailgate drop down assist. So no more slamming of the tailgate. I can just open her up and cut it loose. Anyway, I'm doing the Dodge version. Obviously I have a Dodge truck, Ram. I'm using the Deezee one, and it is a Deezee 43301. Does Ram 1500s 09 to 18. And it will do a 1500 in the classic only, as it says. Also 2500 and 3500, 2010 and up. Anyway, I'm kind of starting here in the middle of it. I've already put the nutsert in the hole down by the pivot point, so I'm there, and I've just done this bracket. So let me go over here and I'll show you what we're going to do, but hold on. So that nutsert went in that hole that's over there, and then you put their bracket on there, and then use a number 4 Allen, tighten that up, and I'm at the next step, which is removing that cable pin. So you're going to replace it with theirs, but yeah, so basically it's that hole, but it's on the driver's side. So they say this can only be mounted on the driver's side, so I wouldn't question that. But give me a minute, and I'll set this down and see if I can get you video while I'm doing it. Alright, that looks like that might work. So anyway, I'm just using their little Mickey Mouse wrench that came with it. It actually it worked to loosen that pin up. You could use a socket adapter if you had it, but this came with it, and it worked. It's kind of tight, I'll give them that. Thing hasn't been off since it was built. Truck's 10 years old, so 2015. I'm just surprised I haven't done this years ago. It was on sale on Prime Day for like 23 or something like that, and a couple bucks for tax. So this probably would be a hell of a lot easier with a socket. It's getting easier though now, but the amount of time I'd take to go over there and dig it out, I'd be done. But if you do this, just get the socket adapter and be done with it and have it. Certain things I don't like using my power tools on because I don't want to break anything. Well, that's why it was a little tough to do. They have it's got blue Loctite on it, so that's cool. Be right back. Alright, I had to make a little correction. This is not the one that goes on the tailgate. This one goes up there. While I was at it, I went ahead and grabbed my socket adapter. It is a Torx T40. Alright, now we're going to remove the block. Why does it seem like the screw is just turning and turning? Is it really not a screw? It's just one of them. Oh, it's just one of those plastic insert things. Hold on. I gotta go get a tool. Alright. It wants me to measure down the cable 5 inches. 5 inches. And that's where this goes. And that's one there. Okay. A little bit more. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that's in there at 5 inches. A mylar sheet has been provided to prevent the components from rubbing against the truck bed and tailgate in the event they become loose. Where do they want me to put this? Kind of like right in there. Not quite sure why they say to put it over there. They're also saying to put it right here. Oh, I can see where my other cable rubs on it right now. Alright, hold on. Alright, I put a little strip of that, I cut it down. I put a piece of that mylar stuff right here. And they're also showing down here, so I think I'm going to put the rest of it. I'll put the rest of it right down there in that big area on the side of the tailgate. So, we'll just put it like right there. Here's my neighbor going to work. He'll probably watch this video later. Hi, Russ. Alright. There we go. Alright. So now it wants me to put this side of the shock on there. Boom. Install the narrow end of the shock on the ball mount. Alright. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it. It just says to periodically check. So this guy no longer goes in. Unfortunately, it is one of those inserts that's like a threaded plastic screw into an insert, and it would not come out. So yeah, it met the old bent needle nose pliers. So extra part, I guess, because the shock is going to sit where that's at. So that will come out. All right, hold on. Let me get all this stuff out of the way. We'll give her a test. Just gotta make sure this is snugged up. Yeah, that's tight enough. I'm not gonna tighten it any further. Tighten this. This is supposed to be tightened to 8 foot-pounds with this little tiny baby. Yep, close enough. Alright, well, let me see what happens. So anyway, this comes out, goes over their bracket. Down here, this one threads in, and it's got the half moon that goes around the pivot for the tailgate. What you didn't see me do is this is a limiter that catches on here, and they have you flatten that out so the tailgate will rotate. The cable will rotate. So everything's the same over here, sorta, but they say it will not work on the passenger side. So anyway, a little shout out to those guys. Still loving my tonneau cover here. All right, let's see what she does. Bada bing, bada boom. Works pretty slick. Okay, that's annoying. Yep, there we go. All right, there you go. That's the tailgate assist by Deezee. Thanks for watching.